And without further ado, let me introduce the chairman of our Imperial County Board of Supervisors for 2016, Jack Terrazas. Jack?
Okay. Good evening. Good evening, all of you, and thank you very much for coming. I know it's a little bit out of the way from our normal center of Imperial County, but I want to thank you for taking the extra effort. And please be sure to look at some of our displays that are already interactive and hands-on displays that are real enjoyable. I've had a chance to come here when there was nobody around, so I had access to them quite a bit. But I think you'll find that they're very enjoyable, they're very educational, and that's the main thing. And they've already started bringing school kids through the museum. But before that then, again, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It's my pleasure to welcome you to the 2016 State of the County. The address is in this beautiful Imperial Valley Desert Museum. Imperial Valley College Desert Museum Society was incorporated as a nonprofit in January of 1972. And they had a dream of constructing a new museum to house the extensive archaeological collections of Imperial Valley College. It took many years of efforts by many people, but in October of 2008, a brand new facility was constructed. In January of 2011, the facility opened with the goal of being an active, community-focused museum. I'd like to take this moment to thank Director Neil Hitch. Come, step on out, Neil, don't hide behind the door. Neil is the head curator, he's the director, and the head curator is Ann Morgan. And I'd also like to thank the museum staff and their board. Their board has been very active in trying to get the funds that are necessary to keep this going. So thank you for the opportunity to hold this address in this wonderful facility. Before I go forward though, I'd like to make an offering. You know, those of us that are in elected positions sometimes have a hard time functioning within the household. So I always like to acknowledge our spouses, because I'm sure my fellow board members would agree that without their accent, consent, support, and sometimes even pushing us out the door, we wouldn't be able to do it. So whether it's a male or female spouse, you know, I want to thank Frances very much for her support. You know, looking around, I had a chance to see someone that was not acknowledged, and I sure want to acknowledge him, Dr. Victor Jaime, Imperial Valley College, and I don't know if you have other folks in the school, but as I know, you guys were very instrumental in getting this going way back. So I just want to thank you folks for the ability to be able to follow it up, because I know sometimes it was a big challenge. Well, ladies and gentlemen, the state of Imperial County is more than good. I'm happy to report. Every year brings challenges and opportunities, and 2015 was no different. I'm proud of our board, our executive staff, our department leaders, and our incredible county employees for meeting the challenges and seizing the opportunities. Unemployment numbers are down. We survived the closing of 2 major employers, and we have 7,600 more jobs now than we did in 2008 at the downturn of the economy. For every challenge, we have worked hard to create opportunities, and we're prepared to meet whatever 2016 will bring our way. Our county finances and financial outlook are considered solid. In fact, Moody's finds the county's financial position robust. That's an incredible accomplishment for Imperial County and for this board. So at this time, I'd like to take a minute to introduce my fellow board members. Mr. Michael Kelly, representing District 3. Mr. Ryan Kelly, representing District 4. Mr. John Renison, representing District 1. And Mr. Ray Castillo, representing District 5. And yours truly, I represent District 2, and this is a part of District 2. So thank you again for coming and for joining us. So through strong disciplined leadership, we're able to meet the ongoing needs of our communities and be ready for the events that we will face in the months ahead. Strong leadership is nothing new for Imperial County. In December, we rolled out the Imperial County 2020 Strategic Plan. Past chairman of the board, Ryan Kelly, made this plan one of his goals during his address last year and led the way to its completion. Work has also begun on phase 1 of the Calexico Downtown Port of Entry. Supervisor John Renson has been a bulldog on this project and has worked tirelessly to move it from concept to completion, and now President Obama's and our Congressman's support. This fiscal year 2017 budget request includes $248 million of funding for phase 2 at the expansion. Protecting some of the sensitive areas of our desert has always been a priority, on which Supervisor Ray Castillo is moving with Senator Feinstein and Congressman Vargas on the California Desert Conservation and Recreation Act. This ability to work with others to accomplish good things is critical. Supervisor Michael Kelly has been a strong voice for Imperial County and Sacramento. As an active board member on the Rural Counties Representative of California, and locally in the Imperial County and IID 212 Committee. Progress on the Salton Sea issues, solar energy policy, and an improved relationship with IID has begun to yield positive results for our valley. Our boards secured $80 million from the state for work on the Salton Sea, lobbied the federal government to match the state's funding, and thanks to the efforts of Congressman Mr. Vargas, we received $3 million in federal funding for projects at the sea. This board was elected to make sound policy decisions for the benefit of the people that we serve. But all the good policy in the world doesn't make an organization run the way it's supposed to run. For that, we rely on 2,300 dedicated, hardworking public employees who are committed to making our county government work efficiently and effectively. This awesome group of public servants is led by the equally awesome CEO, Ralph Cordova Jr., the first Hispanic to serve our county as CEO. Ralph brings very strong executive leadership and has done an outstanding job leading our county through very challenging and economic times. We're very fortunate to have such quality executive leadership for our county. Perhaps the most important part of local government is the point where the rubber meets the road, where county government touches the people of our communities. Imperial County is blessed with employees who are not only very competent in their jobs, but they care about the people that they serve. It is shown in the amount of work product that they produce, by the quality of that work, and the impacts their work has on those who live, work, and play in Imperial County. Our number one economic sector in Imperial County is still agriculture. Although we've seen a small decline in overall agricultural values, the work of county staff has continued. One area that they've been focusing on is pest control. This year, the Ag Department worked with the California Department of Food and Agriculture to impact the Asian citrus psyllid. They released more than 57,000 wasps in 129 sites to perform work as a beneficial insect. This biocontrol attacks the targeted pest and helps to suppress the infestation. As part of Imperial County Transportation Commission's bus fleet, replacement goals for Imperial Transit, a total of 16 new buses were added to our public transit fleet. I hope some of you had an opportunity to take advantage of that, of the couple of buses this evening. These buses are critical for many residents in our county. The same is true for the $31 million in state funds allocated to Imperial County for the construction of the Interstate 8 and Dogwood Avenue Bridge and Freeway Interchange. Completion of that is expected around November of this year. On September 26th of last year, the Imperial County Workforce Development Office held a very successful and very well-attended America's Job Center Fair with 22 employers from various sectors including retail, manufacturing, law enforcement, entertainment, food service and accommodations, transportation, healthcare, and agriculture. 727 job seekers attended in pursuit of employment. According to the employer evaluations, 169 individuals were selected for second interviews and for employment. The Imperial County Sheriff's Office was engaged in numerous events in 2015. Thank you, Sheriff Loetta. I'm sorry I hadn't acknowledged you. The Imperial County Sheriff's Office, though, in conjunction with the Imperial Valley ROP program, which is the Regional Occupational Program, hosted 4 second chance graduation ceremonies in 2015. A total of 47 male inmates and 7 female inmates received certification for completing this program, which supports education, training, mentoring, support services, and job placement for incarcerated adults. Part of the curriculum of this program was construction and building technology, which encompassed HVAC and basic electric installation. As a result of these technology classes, inmates were able to redesign a multi-purpose room located inside the jail into a fully equipped classroom. 24/7 Dad is a unique set of programs designed to equip fathers with a self-awareness, compassion, and a sense of responsibility that every good parent needs. Throughout the year of 2015, Imperial County Sheriff's Office and Corrections Division hosted 3 graduation ceremonies with a total of 33 inmates successfully completing the program. This all aligns with the goal to reduce recidivism. As a result of its outstanding work and programs, such as those, the Corrections Division was a recipient of the National Association of Counties prestigious Achievement Award, and I want to applaud you guys for that. If you don't believe the importance, try to get even just a nomination to something like that, and these guys won it, so I'm very proud of that. Imperial County Fire Department opened its 8th fire station in the Algodones area. This station has been in process for several years and was accompanied with an agreement with the Quechan Indian tribe for providing emergency services. This opening also created several promotional opportunities and 12 new jobs. The fire department also responded on a mutual aid call out to 7 large-scale wildland fires in the state of California and Arizona. That's 7 wildfires that our troops went out and responded to. And I want to thank those firefighters for that too. I believe Chief Rojodas is out in the overflow room, so thank you very much. In an effort to align department goals with the county's strategic plan, to create a culture of customer service excellence, the Department of Social Services has purchased a mobile vehicle to increase access points and provide on-site services to communities in outlying areas throughout the county, especially during a disaster. First developed as part of an executive leadership program by DSS staff, this mobile office will be staffed by experienced program technicians who are able to complete eligibility determinations, process changes to active cases, issue benefits, and receive documents from Medi-Cal or other social service programs. Imperial County Department of Child Support Services was among the top 5 most cost-effective child support programs operating in California. For every dollar expended in federal fiscal year 2014, Imperial Department of Child Support Services collected $4.62. That's almost a 5 times turnaround to be able to collect in child support from a county that is already having economic and financial issues. That's a great job. In addition, through the collaborative efforts, the department entered into a historic memorandum of understanding with Sistema para Desarrollo Integral de la Familia del Estado de Baja California, with an effective date of February for the benefit of mutual clients seeking access to the establishment and enforcement of child support services on both sides of the border. In the summer of 2015, Prevent Child Abuse America announced the Imperial County Public Health Department had been accredited for quality service. The department was accredited as a provider of high-quality home visiting family services to families who want to improve their child's health, their nutrition and developmental outcomes. Additionally, Imperial County Public Health Department partnered with the U.S. Border Patrol, California Highway Patrol, Imperial County Children and Families First Commission, the Office of Senator Ben Wessel, and Burlington Coat Factory to provide free car seat inspections and education in more than 50 families during the Child Safety Awareness Day event. I'd like to acknowledge them for that. Thank you. The Community and Economic Development Department, with the assistance of several county departments and agencies, coordinated Phase 1 and Phase 2 of the Neighborhood Cleanups Program in Bombay Beach and Island to assist local communities to eliminate health and safety issues. Additionally, a project near and dear to my heart, with a combination of federal and county funding, the county constructed the Heber Community Center. And I'd like to thank my fellow board members for their support on that community center. And if you haven't visited, I hope you can drop by. It's a great, I'll say a center, because yesterday they hosted all of the senior community groups in Imperial County, and you should have seen that place was hopping. I mean, they had dance, they had bingo, they had everything going. They're very happy folks, and I'm really glad and thankful that we were able to do that. This facility includes a small library, outdoor boxing ring, a basketball court, a kitchen, and a large meeting and recreational room. The center is open to the public and is currently being used for senior community meetings and activities, aerobics classes, the Sheriff's Activities League, a boxing program, and reading programs hosted by the Imperial County Library. The Imperial County Probation Department participated in numerous community events this year. In March, the Parent-Teen Conference, sponsored by the Board of State and Community Corrections, through the Proud Parenting Grant, saw approximately 200 students and parents participate. In the second meeting, the Probation Department, along with the Imperial County Juvenile Justice Commission, hosted the 5th Annual Youth Summit. The summit is geared towards educating juvenile offenders and their families regarding the benefits of living a positive lifestyle and preventing delinquent behavior. We applaud them for that. In partnership with Centinela State Prison inmates and staff, Imperial County probation officers hosted the December bike giveaway for underprivileged youth in our county. Over 70 bicycles were distributed along with hot dogs and a visit from Santa Claus, who arrived on a special motorcycle especially equipped for the holidays. The Area Agency on Aging hosted its 10th annual Senior Appreciation Day at the Ivy Expo with over 350 seniors attending to receive blood pressure checks, information about local resources, a lunch, a musical entertainment, and much, much more. A part of the social engagement that they benefit from it. Money raised from sponsors of the event was utilized to purchase more than 500 food boxes that were distributed to seniors in the county's rural area, including Bombay Beach, Palo Verde, Ocotillo, Winter Haven, Sealy, Salton City, and Calipatra. Those seniors aged 60 and over who may be without transportation have limited access to local grocery stores or a limited support system in place to assist them in shopping or for preparing plain meals. The University of California Co-op Extension in Imperial County is a partnership between Imperial County, University of California, and USDA. It serves as a bridge between local issues and the power of the UC research by administering various programs that advocate for healthy communities and efficient farming methods. In 2015, the CalFresh program served 4,300 children and approximately 2,100 adults and over 1,700 families in Imperial County with hands-on nutritional education. Another invaluable program are the educational and applied research programs which help Imperial County growers conserve water and deal with drought and limited water supplies. As one of the primary job-generating sectors, agricultural is critical to our county's well-being. In Southern California Association of Governments Economic Forecast of 2016, this question was asked, and I quote, "When will the county recover?" And this is talking about Imperial County. "When will the county recover the jobs lost in the economic meltdown of between 2007 and 2009? For Imperial County, that occurred 3 years ago. But if we have recovered from the economic meltdown, why are so many of our residents continuing to face persistent issues of homelessness, poverty, and hunger? What can we do? What will we do about these issues? Our county is world famous for its diverse and abundant food production, and yet we face a conundrum. Amongst the abundant varieties of food our county produces, and listen to these numbers, it is estimated that 22% of our residents live with food insecurity. 40% of our children face hunger on a regular, if not daily basis. That represents 55,000 plus people and 27,000 plus children who do not have enough food to eat. Yet they're surrounded by thousands of acres of the best food and the best beef that can be produced. Amongst the plentiful harvest, Imperial County has a huge, huge problem. But we can do something about it. One person, one meal at a time. I want to highlight the work of the Imperial Valley Food Bank in the effort to fight hunger in the Imperial Valley since 1991. And Sarah Griffin, are you in the audience somewhere in this room? Or please stand up. I want to acknowledge Sarah Griffin as the head of the agriculture. The food bank and its board and its employees do a tremendous job. Well, the Ivy Food Bank works in a collaborative model, banking all the donated food for the valley and distributing it to more than 50 agencies throughout this county, who then feed those in need of assistance in our communities. The Ivy Food Bank serves many community groups. The cost of providing food storage infrastructure by providing the facilities to properly store millions of pounds of fresh, shelf-stable, and frozen foods that are donated yearly. Imperial Valley Food Bank serves over 20,000 people a month who suffer from food insecurity. This represents 5,000 households, or about 12% of our county's residents. The Ivy Food Bank utilizes programs such as CalFresh Outreach, nutrition education, weekend backpack, community gardens, mobile food pantry, fresh produce PDP, shared maintenance, boxing basics, and the USDA commodities to reach those who need food assistance. Yet it is far from enough. Thousands of people facing food insecurity in our county do not engage with the Ivy Food Bank. They either seek help elsewhere, such as churches or other community resources, or simply they get by with what little they have. All the efforts I have just mentioned are good, but they're just not enough. The Ivy Food Bank needs help to help those in need. So as the chairman of the Board of Supervisors for this year, I'm establishing a goal for 2016, the elimination of hunger, the end of food insecurity in Imperial County. Now you might think I'm kind of goofy and nuts, but I want to share with you something that the Dalai Lama once wrote. To remain indifferent to the challenges we face is indefensible. If the goal is noble, whether or not it is realized in our lifetime is largely irrelevant. What we must do, therefore, is to strive and persevere and never give up. The predominance of low-income wages and government assistance for so many Imperial County families means that food is the last thing that they're able to afford at times. We cannot expect to educate and nurture our children on empty stomachs. The future of our valley lies in the development of this younger generation, but they need to be nourished with the right amount and the right kind of food to live healthy lives and grow to their full potential. For the most vulnerable, school breakfast and lunch may be the only food that child receives for either that week. Weekends away from school could mean going 2 days without any food. I want you to consider the weekend backpack program. Teachers look for children who may exhibit signs of hunger in behavior and class performance. They assign a student to the backpack program, and each Friday, that student discreetly picks up their food to fill their backpack and their stomachs for the weekend. The backpack program currently reaches more than 630 students in 35 schools throughout Imperial Valley. While this is one of the IV Food Bank's most successful and beneficial programs that it operates, it has never been fully funded. They need our help. It costs $180 to provide a student a backpack every week for the whole school year. $180. Tonight, you're going to be provided with an opportunity to make a difference individually in a child's life. So at this time, I hope that if you picked up your program, I had one here and I was going to put it up, but I think Andy took off with it. But, if you'll notice on the program tonight, there's a pledge card on the back. Now, I didn't say, but again, it costs $180 for a school year, but you can even pay that on a monthly payment basis. 9 payments at $20 a month will feed a child for the whole school year. I hope that most of you are moved a little bit by some of these statistics and the opportunity you have before you. Those who need food should be able to secure it. All children who are eligible for free school breakfast or lunch should be receiving them. Those who are eligible for CalFresh programs should be utilizing them. Every year, tens of thousands of people fail to take advantage of food resources available to them. This hurts them, and it leaves tens of millions of federal dollars on the table. This year, we're going to do a better job of providing help for those in need. In 2016, our county is going to work to expand existing food and feeding programs. We're going to work with a program called FEAST. It's a brand new program, F-E-A-S-T. FEAST is a community organizing process that allows participants to engage in an informed, facilitated discussion about food, education, and agriculture in the community, and to begin to work towards bringing solutions together to help build a healthier, more equitable, and more resilient local food system. This community collaborative is working to create better solutions for utilizing our resources more efficiently and productively. For too long, too many have faced food insecurity problems. Eliminating hunger is a big goal, but one of our residents need and deserve. This year, our county will utilize its departments, its community members, to seek the development of new and creative programs to attack hunger. We're going to partner with community, business, and industry folks in this county to link them with the opportunities to help those who are hungry and to assist those who provide services to those who suffer from food insecurity. Lastly, we will utilize our county resources in whatever ways are appropriate and whatever ways are possible to address this persistent problem. Although we may not achieve the completion of our goal in 2016, we will begin the journey and strive and persevere and never give up. The issue is too important and too critical for those who are at least able to help themselves. In 2016, we will set ourselves to begin the task of solving this persistent problem and work together to eliminate hunger and food insecurity in Imperial County. I ask you to please join me in battling this challenge, and I thank you very, very much from the bottom of my heart for being here tonight. Thank you.